Greetings and welcome to the Sports Card Ripping Teacher. We are down to the final 15 days of school, so we have the end of the year lesson plan right over here. Now, one of the discussions I heard earlier on the radio this morning was adding another game to the NFL season. Now, don't get me wrong, I would love more football. And I think one of the issues, and I really didn't listen to a whole lot of the conversation, it's been talked about before, is the bye week. I mean, if you get a bye week at like week 6, there's a long part of the season for a little bit of that, rest that the players definitely need. So I think if you're going to do that, maybe you play 5 teams and then week 6, everyone gets a bye. And then either do another chunk of games, everyone gets a bye, or scatter those byes throughout the last portion of the season. I just think that part of it needs to be fairly fair for everyone. All right, so the end of the year lesson plan. This week, I have a PSA return that I did quite a while ago, and I'm getting ready to send some more cards out, but it's going to be with someone a little bit different. My main man over at Helmets and Hash Marks, he has his own grading company, so I am going to be doing that pretty soon. Tuesday was going to be a blaster of Topps football, but now it's a mega box. Jackson and I already opened that over the weekend. And Wednesday, my main man, Nico Horner, I added in celebration of his contract extension. I added some cards to my PC. On Thursday, I have a result. I did a break with my main man, Lively, so I have the results of that. And on Friday, it's going to be a Don Russ Mega. That is the one platform that I did get a downtown this year with, the Derrick Henry. So hopefully that one can continue to give. I got most of the rest of the way planned out, not quite, so I don't want to reveal anything yet. We'll be adding stuff as you regulars know. All right, class is in session. Today is Monday, May 4th, 2026, lesson number 164. And again, going to the line, Jerry Kramer and John Yurkovich both wore the number 64. You've heard me talk about Jerry Kramer quite a bit. Yurko as well. Now, Yurko started wearing number 92. And I don't think I've mentioned it this year. I have in the past, so those that are new, maybe it'll be a new story for you. But when Reggie came to the Packers, he wanted to wear his 92. And Yurko was a fine player, but he was no Reggie White. So there's always, the giving of a gift for the exchange of a number. So Reggie gave Yurko a Rolex. And when Yurko received the Rolex, the story goes, it was used and it didn't work. Yurko said he had to take it in just to get it the thing to work, whatever he had to do on there, if it was a new battery or what it was. I kind of forget that part of the story. But Reggie gave a used Rolex. And hey, we get Reggie White. I don't think anyone's going to complain about that. And in 1929, Lou Gehrig hit 3 home runs in a row. Guess who didn't hit any home runs this week? That's right. I had Shohei Ohtani for the home run challenge. 0 home runs. I am going with Ellie De La Cruz this week. I'm going to work as many games as I can this week, night games. So I'll be in Ellie's ear as soon as I see him at the friendly confines today. And in 1971, Joe Borowski, Average Joe, was born. That's right. He was a Cubs closer for 2 years and had a phenomenal year in 2003, the year the Cubs did go to the playoffs. 33 saves, and Joe was just solid. I mean, he was an average guy. You look out there, it's like, I don't know what this guy can do, but Joe could certainly get people out, and I do believe he is the Indians' all-time, I don't know if it's all-time saves leader. He has some sort of record with the Indians that I do remember here. I guess back when they were the Indians, Guardians record book now. I don't know how to say that. So, all right, let's get into the PSA returns. All right, we're back. And I did forget my camera stand, so those of you that were around at the very beginning, I had a real janky setup to hold on to my phone, and that's where we're back to, folks. But we're never too big of a star to do that sort of thing. So back in, I think it was end of October, mid-October, when Topps Holiday came out, I had one of those, I think it was called a stocking stuffer pack, where it was all parallels in the pack. And I got the Aaron Judge graded. And that'll be the last one that I'll show you. I also had a Shohei Ohtani in there that I thought was one of the SSPs, the shorter print ones. It was just an SP, which again, any Shohei is a good Shohei. But here it is right here. And it did get a Gem Mint 10 for the Shohei Ohtani right there. Got the candy cane in the back. If I had my glasses, I probably wouldn't have been able to see. Okay, it's just the SP, which, again, any graded Shohei 10 is going to be a good 10. Now, out of the stocking stuffer pack, holiday pack, whatever you want to call it, I believe everything in those was to 10. None of them were numbered, but everything that I saw and heard was everything is a 10. And I looked this card over. It looked to be perfect to me. So I don't know. There must be just some little stocking is off a little bit, but this one came back as a 9. So we get focus. There we go. Came back as a 9. You know, definitely a beautiful looking Aaron Judge card there. See, the back is pretty much just the same as all the other ones. Does say holiday back there, H161. But yeah, pretty sweet to get one of those. And who was I in there? There's a Bryce Harper in there. Big Christmas was in there. A couple other guys, Matt Chapman maybe, but definitely lucky to get the Aaron Judge. 2 of the biggest home run hitters in the game right now. Sadly, Shohei Ohtani cannot get the ball out of the park. I won't let it go. I used one of my Ohtani cards. He had a great matchup this week. All along the board, 0 home runs. I think Aaron Judge hit a couple. I should have played Aaron Judge, but what are you going to do, folks? All right, so again, always nice to have these 2 players in your PC. Class is dismissed.